Welcome to the Master Passive Income Show. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you learn how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate so you never ever have to work a job again. Today, I am bringing on an expert in passive income investing, turnkey properties, and all that great stuff so you can literally not work and still make money. Okay, let's start the show.
Welcome to the Master Passive Income Podcast, where we talk about investing in real estate rental properties with a special focus on making enough money so you can quit your job and live the dream life. And now, here is your host, Dustin Heiner.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I was thinking, my goodness, this is episode 203. It might even be like 204, 205. Sometimes I kind of misnumber them. This is literally me doing it myself. I don't have like a company editing or posting. It's literally just me doing it all. But I've been doing this for a number of years now, and I realized, oh my goodness, like episode 100 came and went. I don't know if I said anything about it. I might have. But definitely episode 200 came and went, and I did not. I don't remember saying anything about it. But this is so much fun getting on the podcast with you guys, having you here with me, and bringing on great people at the same time, just sharing my experiences and everything that I've done in my real estate investing so you can learn from my mistakes, from my successes, but then at the same time, all the people that I've been blessed to be able to coach and share this information and see them succeed. It's just a blessing. And you know what's interesting? Recently, I put out a YouTube video where I actually got laid off, and I talked about me getting laid off and how that was literally one of the best things that ever happened to me, because now look at where I literally don't need to work. I forced myself, I focused on investing in real estate, and then eventually got to be where I had enough properties where I didn't have to work. And I thought, man, that was the best thing that happened for me. And one of my students literally posted saying, I think you getting laid off was the best thing for lots of people. Well, yeah, absolutely. Praise the Lord, I've been able to share this stuff. I mean, imagine if I had a job where I had to work 40 hours a week. I would not be able to do this podcast. I wouldn't be able to do the YouTube videos and really just, help people. So it's a blessing to be able to do this. So I am glad you are here with me and that you spend, this time with me. So without rambling much more, I am pumped that I have the opportunity to really interview a friend of mine who is, we actually have not met in person, which is cool in a sense, I guess, but we will meet really, really soon. He's going to be speaking at the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference that I'm putting on. And this conference is literally a conference about community and getting together. Actually, the tagline, like if you think of, Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, the tagline, this is what you're going to get out of it: gathering together to make investing better. I don't know if that rhymes. It kind of rhymes in a sense, but we're gathering together to make investing better. That's what we want to do, is build a community, help each other, and really just make it so that we're all a part of not necessarily a team, that's not necessarily, but more like a family, more like a community of people who are like-minded. Because what's interesting is you're going to have a lot of people in your life that are going to be telling you, well, my aunt did it, or my uncle did it once, and they didn't have a good experience, so you're not going to have a good experience. The tenants trashed the property, you're going to hate it, you're going to blah, blah, blah. They're basically putting their limitations on you. The things that they've learned from other people, or quote unquote learned, the experience is bad experience from people who have no idea what they're doing. You don't want to take the information from them, or insights, or lack of motivation from them. You want to be around people who are going to help you. Listening to other great podcasts, like all the people that I brought onto my show, they have podcasts of their own, and they do a great job sharing with you how to invest. And at the same time, even just networking, communicating, talking with other people, a part of a community, is going to be so helpful. So definitely, and it's coming really soon. So the early bird price is going to go up. Price is going to go up. I want you to get your tickets right now for the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. Go to rewbcon.com, and get your tickets, and use the promo code Dustin to get $50 off. I want you to invest. That's really what it is. And if you come to the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, you will be number one, encouraged. Number two, educated. Number three, around people that are going to hold you accountable, people that are going to make sure that you're encouraged to move forward and be motivated, and really connect with other people who are doing other types of investing, land investing, syndications, all that sort of stuff. In fact, one of my friends, Annie, she has Good Egg Investments. I literally just invested with her. Remember, this is a team sport, or it's actually a really good saying. I like the saying. Investing or real estate investing is not about properties. It's about people. You want to help people. The more people that we help in this business, the more people we serve, the better our businesses get. And so let me tell you about how community has helped me in my real estate investing. So currently, I was actually just a couple nights ago, I was at my church. We were having it's a actual congregational meeting once every quarter. They do a congregational meeting. Anyways, the church is buying a new location because, praise the Lord, the church has grown from like 250 people to like 1,000 or more people. It never locked down for COVID, like never closed down. Some people might not like that, but I am a Christ follower and we don't stop going to church. So praise the Lord, we never stopped going. Everybody is fine. Everybody's completely healthy. 2 years later, the church has grown tremendously. We're buying a new location. It's an old church that has a lot of land, and so we need a bigger location. So I get up at the congregational meeting when they're talking about buying the land, all the information on, what's the purchase price and all that sort of stuff. Also with the pastors and the elders of the church, I'm literally sharing with them. They're asking me like what my insights would be in the purchase price and what we should look out for. Basically, coaching them through the process, which is a blessing to be able to help out in that regard. And so it's been a great, I don't need to go through the whole details. It's just been great seeing God move through this. But to talk about community, I got up on the microphone and I just wanted to share one thing so that they would have this on perspective. And I do this. And so this is coaching. You guys would hopefully have already heard me say this type of stuff. But I told everybody, I told the elders, I said, what I do in my investing, after I get the contract, after I already know how much I'm going to be buying the house for, property for, commercial property, whatever, I go through it with an inspection. Once I get the inspection, then I look at the things that I did not know were a problem. Like say, hey, seller, you told us that the ACs were in really, really good shape. Well, it looks like 15 of these ACs are probably going to be going out in the next 3 years, 5 years, whatever it might be. Well, we didn't know that going in. This is deferred maintenance. We want you to either replace them yourself or give us a credit for the replacement of the ACs. So, I'm helping to understand that they can save money and actually have the seller pay for that stuff. They took that and they said, that's great. That's really helpful information. But at the end of the annual congregational meeting, just by me talking about, by being helpful, an older lady from the church came up and said, well, Dustin, it sounds like you invest in real estate. I want to see if you could help me out. I said, sure, of course, I'd love to help you out. Thinking she wants like education on how to do stuff. But it turns out she wants to sell her property. So it turns out that her brother just passed away like 2 or 3 days ago. She inherited that property and she wants to sell it. And it's here in the Phoenix area. And because I'm helpful, because I'm communicating, trying to be a part of just helping other people, she saw me as obviously somebody that really, really wants to help as well as can help her. And so praise the Lord, I'm going to be actually going and seeing the property tomorrow, be able to hopefully get her out of the bind. She doesn't want the property. And with that, I'm going to be able to help her out of this bad property, or quote unquote bad. She doesn't really want it, but I would be able to use it as a great property to rent out in the area. I'll give you another quick one about networking and a community. So one of the speakers that are going to be at the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, her name is Annie Dickerson. She has Good Egg Investments. I have actually had her and her partner, Julie Lamb, on the show. Great ladies. I always knew that I would do my first syndication deal with them. In fact, I just did. I literally just did my syndication deal, just wired over the money to them. And what is awesome about this property is they do multifamily. So multifamily, apartment complexes, 50, 100, 200 units. They raise hundreds of millions of dollars to get other investors a part of these deals. So what's great is this is an asset class I'm not a part of. I've done, multifamily. I've done, obviously single family homes, but they have a hotel. They have 2 hotels that they're currently buying. I can tell you all about it, but I'm not going to. But anyways, it's a great opportunity. So I invested my wife and my cash into it. Now I'm blessed to have cash where I can do passive investing. But this hotel is actually going to be a fantastic investment. But it all came from a community thing. I went to another conference. This other conference is called FinCon in 2019. I went to that conference, met Annie and then started talking to her and say, hey, we're the only, few real estate investors. Let's just hang out and, get to know each other and hopefully we can invest. And then now I have a great opportunity to invest with her in this hotel deal because of this conference that I went to where I met her there. It's all about people. That's what I really want you to understand when it comes to properties and real estate investing. It's not about the property. It's about the people. The people are what are going to help you to be successful in this business, to make money in this business, or if you don't have the right people around you, you could potentially lose money. Now, today, I am pumped to bring on a fantastic expert. He's been investing for a number of years. He's going to be speaking at the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. He's going to talk about everything at the Wealth Builders Conference. He's going to be talking about basically everything going on in the market now. Why and how and where you should start investing now, even though it might be a seller's market, even though you might be thinking, oh my goodness, it might crash soon. I thought it was going to crash in 2017. Apparently it hasn't done that. I would have missed a lot. My students would have missed a lot if I would have told everybody just stop investing. So this expert is going to be sharing with us today's show about passive income and everything that he's doing, how he can help us investing. But at the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, if you want to hear what's going on in the market, how you can be smart and invest well and do a great job, and he's also going to teach passive investing, you want to be at the conference. Go to rewbcon.com and get your tickets. Now, let's jump into the show where I interview Marco Santerelli of the Passive Investing Real Estate Podcast. Fantastic guy, good friend of mine. He's going to be at the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. Let's jump in the show where he's going to share with us how to invest in passive income. Marco, thank you so much for being on the show.
Dustin, it's an honor to be on here. I'm excited about your event that's coming up soon. I heard you've got a lot of people coming, and we've got, 24 speakers? It's going to be great.
Man, I'm so excited. We literally cover almost everything in real estate investing, and people are asking me, well, shoot, is it for advanced investor? Is it for beginners? I'm like, yes, it's like literally for everybody. We're bringing everybody together. And so everything from like short-term rental properties to multifamily to passive income investing, all that sort of stuff is going to be at the Real Estate Wealth Builder. So Marco, tell us a little bit about, because we want to know you, because we're going to say, hey, man, Marco's a great investor. Let's go listen. So tell us a little about yourself and how you got started investing in real estate.
Sure. Well, I considered myself a serial entrepreneur and an investor. I knew at a young age, like as in my teens, that I wanted to get investing in real estate. And that's exactly what I did. So when I turned 18 years old, I bought my first rental property, fixed it up, put a sign on the lawn. There was no internet back then, so it was all newspaper and signage, right? That's how it pretty much worked. But the writing was on the wall. So that was my head first dive into real estate investing. And then I just took it slowly from there, got my real estate license and started buying more property. But then you fast forward into the early 2000s when credit was really, loose and easy to qualify for. Remember the stated income loans, ninja loans? I took advantage of that and I started building a portfolio rapidly. In fact, I bought 84 units in 9 months. But investors were coming to me saying, hey, can you help me? Can you coach me, mentor me? And I said, I'm flattered, but I don't have the time, to be quite honest. But I see a lot of deal flow and I will help you acquire investment real estate because I can pass along what I'm not buying because I can't possibly buy everything. So long story short, I was full-time into real estate at that time, but that's also when I launched our nationwide turnkey investment business to help other people and provide them, the resources that I was using and the systems I was using, and just provide it to them at no cost.
Thinking of real estate investing, well, you're going to be coming to the conference. You're going to be sharing a couple of different times, passive income as well as real estate investing in general, like what the market's doing and all that sort of stuff. Talk to us a little bit about what you're going to be sharing at the Real Estate Wealth Builders, because we're going to say, hey, man, there's going to be some great information there. Let me figure out who I'm going to listen to. So fill us in on what you're going to be sharing.
Sure. So the core message is, why am I bullish on real estate investing? And you should be too. There's a lot of people out there that think that we've had such a strong run in terms of a price appreciation that we are in a bubble. And I'm kind of quoting what most people are saying, we are in a bubble, or they're asking, are we in a bubble? Well, I'm going to answer both of those questions, at the event. But as a little bit of a teaser, I will basically say this. First of all, we are not in a bubble. In fact, it is an ideal time to be buying income producing, cash flowing rental properties. It's not so much a question of, when, but where. The fact of the matter is it doesn't matter if interest rates are at 18% like they were in the 1980s, or if interest rates are at 3% where they are now for various types of 30-year fixed rate mortgages. it doesn't matter if the price of a property was $20,000 in the 1980s and that same property today happens to be $400,000. The fact of the matter is we all still need housing. The financing is available. It's at low cost. In fact, it's historically low. And there are opportunities all around this country because the United States has over 350. Well, actually, if you talk about MSAs, there's over 500 MSAs, metropolitan statistical areas, and all those break down into a whole bunch of submarkets, and those all break down into a whole bunch of tier 2 and tier 3 markets. So we're talking about a lot of locations. And this is why I always say that that it's not so much when, but where, because you can find deals all the time if you're looking in the right markets that have the right fundamentals that support the investment as a decision, provide the cash flow, and provide growth potential. And so this is the way I look at it. And you've heard the expression, all real estate is local. It is. It's all about location. Timing is an element, but it is trumped by location.
I 100% agree with that. The properties that I bought in 2006 are still making me money. They made me money no matter when it happened. Like if it crashed in 2008, I still made money because I made money in passive income. And what's amazing, Marco, and you would absolutely know this, my rents have skyrocketed. Like I'm making so much more money from rents going up. It's absolutely amazing.
I've got 22 townhome units in South Daytona Beach. And over the last 18 months, I've increased the rents from an average of about 1,100 to 1,000 to 1,100 up to 1,400 plus per door. Now, as a percentage, that's like 40% increase.
It sure is.
But the market supports it. That's the thing. It's not that I'm pricing people out of the market. If you look at the comparables in the area, they're all in that same range, and they've been increasing prices as well. So, this is just the trend of what's going on, especially now in this inflationary environment, which is something that we could talk hours about. But the fact is we have appreciation going on in all the markets for two reasons. One, we have fundamental price appreciation because the commodities that go into these properties, the copper, the concrete, the sticks, and the bricks, are all going up in price. So that naturally increases the replacement cost of these properties, and because of that, the intrinsic value of these things have to go up. Sales comps will follow, but that's exactly what's happening. But then you also have a lot of inflationary pressures and loose credit that's providing, that liquidity where buyers are in the market, more coming into the market, and there's an increasing natural demand for housing. And so that is pushing prices up as well.
And hey, guys, get my real estate investing course absolutely for free. Text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. Rental to 33777. And I'll literally give you my real estate investing course showing you how to find an area of the country to invest, how to build the business first, how to scale the business, buy the right properties, making $250 or more every single month in passive income. I'll literally just give it to you. You can get started investing right away. Text the word rental to 33777. The great thing about the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, or I'm calling it RubeCon, Marco, is that we're just all trying to help each other out. Like this is literally a community event where we're coming together. I'm bringing my community, you're bringing your community, all the people that we help to invest. It's like, let's all get together, because I found, and you probably can attest to this too, Marco, the more people that I connect with, the more people that I serve, the more people that I help, as well as they help me, the better my business gets. Talk to me a little bit about how you have been able to work with other people. Like you said at the very beginning, you were helping people get deals, but talk to us about how helping other people has helped tremendously your business.
Well, if you're talking about like teamwork and your network, that is critically important. You can't succeed as a solo entrepreneur or an island. You have to have a team of people around you. In fact, I always refer to having a core team of 5 people. That is your acquisitions person, whether it's a real estate broker or agent or a turnkey investment company like ours, providing you the deals. Regardless of where you're getting your deals, you need an acquisitions person, you need your financing. So you need mortgage lenders that provide financing specifically for investment property. Thirdly, you need full service professional property management companies that are managing your properties, unless, of course, you want to do it yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's many investors that self-manage. But, for most people, professional management is critically important. Then, of course, you need your asset protection attorney. And fifth is you need your tax strategist or tax advisors to help you become tax efficient and minimize your tax impact, as well as take advantage of the beautiful tax advantages that real estate provides you, which is, of course, depreciation, which you can take for 27 and a half years. So that's your core five. So that's the team you want to build. And as you meet more people, especially if you come out to, the REW Con event, that's the way I refer to it. You can call it, however you want.
Rubicon is what I've been calling it. It just makes it easier.
RubeCon. So if you come out to RubeCon, it's no different than going to a mastermind event, which I belong to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm cutting back, but 7 masterminds.
Whoa.
And the thing is it's not just the education you get there, which is critically important to your success, because knowledge is the currency that you're going to be investing and spending. But it allows you to network and allows you to meet other like-minded people, like the investors and the speakers that are going to be there, and learn from them and ask questions and be able to catapult yourself. You have to remember one thing. When you go to an event like this, you can spend 2 days there and be bombarded and flooded with a massive amount of great information. But if you only walked away with one golden nugget that you implemented and it made a change, it allowed you to increase your returns by 10% per year compounded, or do an extra deal per year, or increase your income 10% or 20%, that one nugget makes it all the worthwhile to attend the event, even if you don't remember anything else that you've heard or learned. It's that one thing.
I absolutely agree. And what's interesting, Marco, any conference that I go to, I literally network. Like that's the most thing I do. Now I'll go to some sessions, things I really want to learn, but I know it's recorded too. So unless it's somebody I really must go to, like, oh, I really got to go to Marco's because I got to listen, as well as ask questions when it's done, because there's going to be question and answer period. But there's also all that great information. I might forget it. I will watch it afterwards, but you cannot get the community. You cannot get the networking. You cannot meet people online. That's another reason why people they're asking me questions like, well, how come there's no online component, like just streaming it? Like the reason why, because it's not just trying to make money. We're trying to build a community. You can't build a community online. You definitely cannot do that. And at the same time, you can't, after the fact, do anything to build that community, meet new people, even find somebody that could potentially invest with you as a private money lender or something like that. That networking is absolutely crucial. Now, thinking about the entire conference, Marco, what are your thoughts about how do you go out and actively meet other people? Because there are some people that I'm definitely extrovert. There are some of the people that are introverts that it's hard for them to get out and meet people. Do you have any suggestions? Because you've gone to lots of conferences. Any suggestions, any tips to get out and really just try to meet people?
Sure. Okay. So before I answer that, let me just kind of wrap up what we were just talking about in the last couple of minutes. There's 3 reasons why you want to go to this event. Number 1 is for the content, the education you're going to get from all the speakers that are going to be speaking on stage, which are at 24 right now. So number 1 is the content. Number 2 is the networking, the people that you're going to meet, the people that are there, the people that you need to meet and be exposed to, because it's going to further your knowledge and education, your contacts and resources. But thirdly is the possibility of doing deals with other investors, other like-minded people that are also looking for partners or capital, or maybe they have capital and they're looking for deals or whatever it may be, and just strategizing. So it's the content, the networking, and the potential deals that can come out of it. Those are the 3 reasons you want to be there. You have to go because of that.
I completely agree. And let me add one thing. So one of the speakers that I brought on, I was talking to her, and she's a syndicator, that being, multifamily, but she has 2 hotels that is undergoing under syndication. She wanted some passive investors. After talking to her about the conference and everything, she told me about that. I said, well, shoot, I'm going to invest. So I'm literally investing because we're bringing great people who do investing. We don't just teach this stuff. We literally do it. So now tell me about your tips on just really making the best use of the networking time.
So look, it's pretty simple. You're just going to be in close proximity, shoulder to shoulder with a lot of people who are going to be sharing the same interests as you, whether it's financial freedom or investing in real estate or finding deals or whatever it may be. And you're just going to naturally get into conversations because you're going to be there standing shoulder to shoulder with a group of people. You'll be sitting at tables with other people who are going to have similar interests and conversations going on. During the breaks, you're going to be running into people, bumping into people, and having small talk and conversations, which will open up and morph and expand into other things too. There are 15-minute breaks spaced throughout the day on both days, so those are opportunities to get out and talk. Having lunch with people will open up those conversations. Going out for dinner Dinners are always a big thing because people will congregate into groups of whatever, 4 to as many as just 20. And, you're all going out to dinner and you're just naturally going to have conversation. I mean, that's what we do as humans is we like to, you know, talk and network and find out about each other. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to have conversations and talk and meet new people and discover new things. So look, if you're not talking to anybody, that means you're just purposely standing in the corner trying to avoid conversation with anybody. And so if that's you, I mean, maybe this is not the right event, but I can't imagine that anybody going is not going to have conversations with the people that are there, because it's just going to happen organically and naturally.
And this conference, being the first one, it's not going to be like 2,000 people where you're literally going to get lost in everything. We're probably going to have 200 to maybe 300 people. And that is so intimate. That's like, we're basically going to be like the family getting together and really just having such a great time. And then, hopefully, Lord willing, next year we'll have the conference again. If I don't lose too much money on the conference, we have a conference again and then get all back together and really just make this extended out where we're just helping each other out. Now, Marco, is there anything else that we need to know about the conference or about anything investing with that, as you're going to be teaching us?
No, just come with an open mind. Just be ready to learn. Be open to new ideas and topics and information, but also question. Bring your questions and question what you're hearing, what people are telling you, whether it's the speakers or whether it's people in the room. This is where you can have an intelligent dialogue and a debate and discover, what is the truth and what makes sense for you and where things are headed. It's good to know where you are. It's good to see where you've been, but it's important to know where you're going, because if you don't have a destination in mind, if you don't begin with the end in mind, you're going to be wandering in the wilderness. And you don't want to be wandering in the wilderness because that's dangerous. You're just going to go nowhere, and you're going to go nowhere fast. So just come with an understanding of where you've been and where you are, but have some vision of where you want to get to. And if you have that in mind, you're going to just absorb through osmosis a lot of great information from everybody there.
I love it, Marco. Good job, man. That's I 100% agree. Every time I go to any conference, I try to be teachable and say, well, what can I learn? So, Marco, this is great. So, people are going to want to reach out to you. They're going to want to learn about you. Even like check out your podcast. I've been on your podcast. It's a great podcast. Tell everybody how they can reach out to you or listen to you online.
Yeah, well, just two websites. Our main website, where we have tons and tons of content and properties and other stuff, is noradarealestate.com, NORADA, Norada realestate.com. And then the sister website is the home of the podcast, which we're going to be rebuilding here shortly. And that's passiverealestateinvesting.com. Just passiverealestateinvesting.com.
Perfect. I love that domain. I wish I would have that. That's a good one.
Sorry.
Marco, thanks a lot, man. Great. I'm glad we're friends, and glad you're going to be hanging out with us and speaking and just doing a lot of great helping of people. So I really appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you.
And that is it for today. Go ahead and get my free real estate investing course. Text the word rental to 33777. RENTAL to 33777. You can also join my Real Estate Wealth Builders group coaching. Get all my courses. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next show. See ya.